Yeah.
ACT.
Yeah.
I'm about to start.
Okay. About this right now.
Hey, do you? Do what you gotta do, okay?
Living color.
You just have to be prepared to suffer the consequences of whatever those actions are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I was so surprised at how he was looking at me. I was talking to him. I was like, do you need to say something? Do you need help? Like, use real words. And he didn't. And then so Melanie started rubbing his head. And I was like, do you have hand sanitizer? And she was like, I don't. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing? And then
I think she's about to sneak me. So she calls my dad, and my dad comes in. He got his big cowboy hat on and everything. And I know he don't know how to read, so I ain't worried about him at all. So he sits next to me.
now
Which I
we
don't
know
think
it
people
wasn't about us.
would use the hammer if he was using a gauntlet for evil. This just doesn't make you pure and worthy enough.
That's your phone, though. I'm here for that music. I'm like,
Hello. Welcome,
What's up? Well, I thought I was kicking us off. Why are you saying hello? If I'm supposed to be kicking us off, why are you saying hello?
Oh,
Jumping in, man. You know what I'm saying? Can I say hello to the EMM family?
So am I not allowed to say hello?
Y'all see what he's doing? Y'all see what he's doing, EMM family?
All I said was hello.
He's probably, what I'm saying he's saying hello when I wanted to say hello.
Then say it.
Say hello first.
Then hello it.
Hi, everybody.
it's okay, CT. I got your back. You
Thank
go
you.
ahead and welcome everyone.
Thank you. Hi, EMM family. It's so good to see you guys. I'm so glad you're in the room with us. This is E and Johnny SET, and we're here to talk about Valentine's Day. Listen,
What is with the attitude today?
this episode is just the worst. I mean, I know, there's a lot of people out in these streets that, you know what I'm saying, love Valentine's Day. But let's be clear. Johnny, put your hand down. You're not in class. Let's be really clear. Yeah. Shh. It's not, like when you see that the other day, somebody was like, shh. No, shh. Like, and I shushed you right there. Shushing is so disrespectful, by the way. Anyway, so, what's up, EMM family? Today, we got an episode we want to talk through, and I figure I'm going to be mayhem all episode. I am going to be trouble. The whole, like, call your friends, call your neighbors, call your mama. But we are going to have some fun. A little bit, maybe. Because here is the thing. This particular holiday has some historical context. But this has to be not Christmas, not New Year's. It has to be the most irresponsibly expensive day of the year. And we're going to talk about it. We got to talk about it. I want y'all to put it in the chat. There's got to be some lovers in the room. So maybe we talk about love in the room, but we must be honest. We had T-Talk here last season, and T-Talk asked us to be responsible. And since she asked us to be responsible, I figure we might as well be responsible in this pod, talking about what Valentine's Day really is. It ain't about all this lovey-dovey chocolate and flowers. It's about breaking the bank account. Hey, how you doing?
Y'all doing it wrong. Y'all been celebrating wrong now.
Have we been celebrating wrong? Is it wrong?
I would say so.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you.
I'm good. How are you, CT?
CT got an attitude. I'm gonna answer for him today. He got an attitude. I don't even know why.
Listen, I was told that
apparently he don't like
where I
Valentine's
wanted to be
Day.
today.
Right.
That's all.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and do a shout out. Shout out to Mel for dealing with this hell. Go ahead and throw that out there right there. What up, mama? How you doing? How you doing? What up,
sis? Everybody in the room?
Yeah, hey, family, it's always good. CT, I just gotta go ahead and rip this Band-Aid off, or I would probably call it a gauze at this point.
That was good.
I would call it a gauze at this point, or
I've got an answer.
Do you not rock with Valentine's Day, sir?
No. I was waiting for this. I was waiting.
Okay.
You have been. You've been waiting.
It's been. Did I even use him last episode at all? Like to kick off?
Yeah, I think you did. I think
did he come out? But he didn't actually speak, did he? Listen, we celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm kind of tripping and I'm kind of not. I figured this particular episode, like I wanted to be a bit contrarian, right? I wanted to actually have like an honest answers only.
Yeah.
About this particular holiday. Like there's some really significant history in it. There's some amazing things that come out of it. I know we're gonna talk a little bit about hold on, let me hold on. Let me do this real quick. Hold on.
Let's see what you got.
See, there's some stuff that has happened historically that caused Valentine's Day to get in the way. And it was people like him singing songs like that that put it in our ancestry that now has pushed us to a place where there are some things that happen in life that I know Mama said, hello, firstborn. Now, we could ask Mama in the chat what song.
No, we don't.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's not how we start the show. That's history around Valentine. Oh, no. Okay, I'm just
yeah. So yeah, no, I don't think we there yet. But when we do get to that point, and I love all of the historical context that you bring up. But CT, just to that point, and Johnny, I want to lean to you a little bit on this. Like there is more of a history to Valentine's Day than what CT is kind of laying out there. Now I will agree that it is a very expensive, stupid expensive holiday.
That's stupid.
I mean, for the cost of it, it can be stupid expensive if you really try to be grandiose. But that's not where it all started. Like, so my understanding is Valentine's Day started with love, right?
Yes.
So preaching love, in a sense. But because of that person preaching said love, they experienced becoming a martyr. So when we actually think about the actual day of Valentine's Day, we're not really celebrating anything but someone's death. But we don't really know that because many years down the line, Saint Valentine has been, washed away from our minds. And now it's the Hershey chocolate kisses and all the sweet things that people know, but they don't really understand the extent of where that original love comes from. Johnny, I know that we had a little bit of fun back in behind the stage talking behind this, but like, what's your take on the history of Valentine's Day?
But honestly, I feel like you could say that about any holiday that we celebrate.
Yeah.
That the real meaning and the real context is no longer celebrated, and now it's become very commercial. You name any holiday, and Christmas, definitely Thanksgiving, Easter, all of that, right? Easter is turned into Easter bunnies. Like, what does that have to do with anything? So, I mean, I think we could say that about any holiday that we celebrate, but I don't know. The Easterling house, we like some Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
We do. We celebrate Valentine's Day. And I think it started because, it gave us an excuse to spend some time together and to go out. It was raising kids. Everybody's busy. Terry was in graduate school, all the things. And then we just like made sure on Valentine's Day, like, forget these kids. I said, forget these kids because my mama's watching.
Hey, Mom.
These kids, we about to go celebrate us. You know what I mean? So, and that's just become a tradition, which is weird because we're not even like a lovey-dovey romantic couple. There's been times on our anniversary we have woke up and be like, wait, it's our anniversary today. And it was like, no, it's not. It's tomorrow. No, it's actually today. And we have to Google Memorial Day. I mean, Memorial Day weekend 2006 to remember our anniversary day. But Valentine's Day, we remember.
Okay.
Really?
No,
very interesting. So you don't remember your anniversary, but you remember Valentine's Day.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't.
That's like an almond joy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, it sounds like as far as your marriage goes, you guys are enjoy. So that is a wonderful thing to have together. CT, what about you? I mean, seriously, I know you and Mel probably have the greatest time for Valentine's Day. I probably have some wonderful Valentine's Day memories too.
Listen, remember last year this time what we were doing for Valentine's Day? Me and Mrs. Thompson was doing a podcast together. that was our show with y'all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They got a chance to know, you know, our thing. Like we celebrate Valentine's Day, but like for me, these singular days, right, do create a little bit of tension inside of me, like honest answers,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I appreciate the necessity for how our society has picked up on intentional ways for people to express and to show love, and the original intent of a thing is always shifted, right? So
Yeah.
giving context for Valentine's Day, while important in the historical context in this present day, it is evolved and morphed into something that is so much more than that. And so for me, when I start thinking about like days like this one, I almost fight against them because I feel like, you know, here's the cliche: every day is Friday. Well, every day is a day to love, right? Every day is
Yeah.
a day to give. Every day is a day to do that. And so I do sometimes get a little bit of contrary and like and it's, you know, I'm playing a little bit. You know, like we celebrate. You know what I'm saying? We'll go out to dinner, we'll do flowers, we'll do something, at least on my end, to make sure that on the day I'm not just ignoring, right, that this is a day for me to specifically and intentionally express like my love and care for Mel. But you know, she knows, just like they call me, you know, the Grinch at Christmas, right? We still do Christmas, but you know, on the way to it, I'm gonna act a fool. So so same applies here. Same applies here. So
Yeah.
Now, do you go all, I gotta know, like, do you go all the way out? Is it just a little something? Is it like, have you given something and she looked at you sideways like, come on, you know better than this. You know what I like, and this ain't it, and you need to step up your game. Like, has it ever been one of those situations, or it's just like, hey, it's all good?
You know, she would probably have to tell you in the chat, but let's be real clear. I don't give gifts that you give back.
Oh,
Sign the chocolate drop. Like this, we're not giving gifts.
How many years is it?
Come on, 26 years.
See, you don't get to 26 years.
You don't get to 26 without knowing how to gift every once in a while. You know, what I'm saying? You do got to stretch it out because you know we not. When my bank account is set up, you know, I got a chicken account. So sometimes they're not as lavish, but it is always like the thoughtfulness of what it is that one may give. It's really the not just the intention, but you know, the impact of it. So let's just say you spend a little less financially or economically. The thoughtfulness of what you give is the thing that sets it over the top, right? So if you're going to do flowers, maybe you don't do a little bouquet. Maybe you throw, because she loves lilies, you know, you throw some lilies in there, some roses, like you shift up the colors. You know, you find some nice chocolates here or there. Maybe you find a good weekend, and we are foodies. So if you ever want to see the Thompsons out on any kind of holiday, food will be involved.
Okay. Now, E.
I know.
Come on, we wait on you. We want to hear.
You want to hear what?
Tell the tale.
How I celebrate Valentine's Day?
About Valentine's Day.
Oh, well. Yeah. Valentine's Day is a pointless. Like, nah, I mean, I really don't rock with it. I mean, it's cool, but like, at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that's going to make you feel like you get Valentine's Day like pretty often, right? Like, I'm going to do those little things. I'm going to cook for you. I'm going to do all the little sweet things that when Valentine's Day come up, if you really do be on Valentine's, be want some big grand thing, I'm gonna look at you like, hey, chill out. You know that they charging like 30% extra just for us to go out tonight, and you got me at home cooking for you. Like, which one would you rather have? You want to go out, or do you want me to make you a private dinner for us to sit here and eat and enjoy and mix us our own drinks? Like, these are things that people pay for from me, but I'm giving it to you because I care about you. So if people can't appreciate the fact that I'm giving you my time and my attention, a lot of times, like, yeah, that's the reason why I really don't rock with it. Because if it's about the monetary value or the types of gifts and stuff, I've seen people be more impressed with a gift and not the intention behind it. Like, yeah, so what? Somebody gave you a Birkin bag, but they don't really respect you. You know, so what you got nice stuff, but they don't really care about you. like to CT's point, like it's the intent behind it, really being thoughtful and considerate of the person. Because if you know you can buy somebody, shoot, why not? Like,
Right.
man, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't wait till that's
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
talk.
and then like, you know, in a cultural thing based on like historical elements nowadays, you know, Valentine's Day signifies the end of cuffing season. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
So
so
tell
like,
everybody what cuffing season is, just in
Yeah.
case.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if you out here in these streets, you know, trying to understand what the love languages and attachment styles of other people are, you will find out that there's this thing called cuffing season.
Okay.
Cuffing season kicks off right before, like right in fall, right before it gets in the wintertime, because ideally what it is people don't want to be lonely in the winter. They don't want to be lonely in the cold, right? So they start looking for people that they can you know, stay warm with or cuff for a certain amount of time and endure the cold until the new spring blooms and the summer is back and they want to be back outside. So they have to end those relationships so that they can go back to being single. And it was nice during that cuffing season. So I would say cuffing season really starts. So pre-game cuffing season starts in like August. That's when people start like really looking. And like, that's when you lining up your options of the people who you've been talking to see whether or not they're going to make it through that, you know, thing where you need to get a new batch, right? Because that's really that time to really find them, right?
Oh my
And then like
God.
once you get near the end of September, right, you should be locked up with whoever, like, or you've locked in to understand where you're supposed to be, right? And then once you go through that October, like, think about it. Once you there, if you whoever you with at the end of September, October, what's happening? You got you know what I'm saying, Halloween, you're gonna do like dress up stuff if you like a new couple because you're gonna be into the trying to impress each other. Then what's next? Thanksgiving. Now you're gonna eat or do something because, or if you really do, you may introduce families or whatever to try to really, you know, make it real. And then what's right behind that? Christmas. All right, so we get to have Christmas together, and then New Year, so you get the New Year's time, and there's all this vacation and all this time off and all of this joy and happiness during this season, because that's what cuffing season is this joyful, happy season of giving and loving and being all emotionally connected. And then after the New Year comes, you like, oh man, like that was a nice ride, and then like, oh well, when do I need to get off this ride? Because at the end of the day, where's the off point? Well, there's one more holiday.
My guy.
There's one more holiday coming up that matters. If I made it through New Year's and we still rocking, let me make it to Valentine's Day. Maybe there's a gift out here waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm getting a trip or something, and then I can end it. Yeah, because you know, by then you think about it. August, September, you know what I'm saying? October, November, December, January, February, like you done put 6 months to like where you done felt comfortable. Yeah, like, and then things start getting rocky. You know, you probably done by March, you know what I'm saying? March, April, and then it's summertime and spring, and you back in the streets, ready having fun, hot girl summers, and back out doing whatever, and until the next cuffing season begins. I
need to say thank you. I got to step in here because I didn't know that I was following a process and pattern that back in the early days, right? So before there was a Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, a Chris and Mel, Mel was dating somebody else, and I didn't know that I was in cuffing season with Mel, or was it that she was in cuffing season with that other person? And then when Valentine came around, she broke up with that person, and now 26 years, man, I'm telling you, I feel like all of that work over all those years, I didn't know that I was doing the right thing. and it was Valentine's Day that was the marker. Thank you.
Well,
And
you know, the good thing is I'm gonna go ahead and help you out here. You didn't have to do the work. You waited to the end of the season and then picked up where you needed to be like, oh yeah, oh hey, this is choosing. You know what I'm saying? This is choosing right now. You know what I'm saying?
And 26
yes.
years later.
What? Oh my god.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
I'm just saying. That's if you really look at how it goes down every, you know, if you watch it like you can, you now I mean
singles?
You said what?
It's cuffing season just for singles.
No. You'll see it in marriages too. You'll see it in marriages where there'll be like you have these emotional highs and emotional lows, right? And if you notice when it gets colder, and there are some people who are like they're called weather depressed or something like that. When they get into certain seasons, you know what I'm saying, they get really depressed, but they're never depressed about those holidays, though. They're depressed about everything else.
That's not true.
But them holidays, now hold up, now come on now, Johnny. Listen, as long as Christmas, all of those things, right, man, you can make it through. You know what I'm saying? You in. I know
a lot of people that hates those, but that's not this episode. But like, I get what you're saying.
You know, there's those people who are just like they're lit up in these holidays because it's the time that everything comes together for them, and it doesn't show up the same way in marriages. It's more like you may find your lover more intimate with you and more open to relationships because you've already cuffed them. But this is that moment where it's like, this is what you did it for. And if you go through these seasons with your man, and it should be almost the opposite. If you go through these seasons with your partner and they're not joyous and stuff, you don't typically want to stay cuffed to them. But if you go through these particular seasons, you go through those holidays and all of those things, and you have great memories and stuff, you continue to build in a good connection that you want to continue to foster and flourish in. That doesn't, it's the opposite in single, because you're looking for the next best thing. And in marriages, you looking to increase the good thing that you should be working on. So I don't know, but I was only married for 16 and a half years. So that's just my little.
I mean, that's long enough to know. I mean, when I think about my kids' birthdays, you might be on to something with this married cuffing season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. Now, the question is,
I don't know.
When you cuff, when you cuff, do you got music playing while you cuff?
Well, it's funny you ask. You only cuff to music. You cannot go through the process of the funniest thing about Valentine's Day to me is that it is so thematic with love, and love is so thematic with music, right? The greatest musician is probably the worst person we've ever thought of, right? And that's just really what it is. If you notice that there's a parallel to it.
What do you mean, Eric? Who are you talking about?
Listen, I'm not going to go all the way into depth on that. But there's a correlation
between
with music, love, and I would say bad intentions.
Are there artists that you're thinking of?
I'm thinking of the actual oldest musician biblically, like we can go there, but there's a lot of current day artists as well who probably pretty taboo. There were some records that we was holding up backstage. It was like, oh yeah, hey, I remember that. We can't show that though right now because like, hey, that dude was we can't play that right now because in some forms, when you actually really play into it, like music does make us do things, right? It makes us fall in love. It helps to build atmosphere and to create the ambiance of what makes those magical moments. And in thinking of music in Valentine's Day, I kind of want to play into this and ask to the audience as well as all the listeners and you guys, what's a song that you correlate with Valentine's Day? Something that really makes you like kind of giddy and happy and love. And we can go to old school. Mom, I want the answer. Yes. So let's so I'm gonna come to you, CT. What's a song that when you think of Valentine's Day, what's the love song that gets you in that Valentine's Day mood.
You know, we are a musical household, right?
Yeah.
When you said, I was like, loving you is easy because you're beautiful. That's not the song I was thinking about, but that's what the song that just came to my head while you're saying it. But like the song, so listen, Mel and I, when we was young cuffers, there was this song that really like it we knew.
I love it.
And back, so I'm not dating myself a little bit, but there was this song that we would play and leave it on the voicemail when we wanted to find each other. And the artist's name was Faith Evans. And the song was like, nah, don't do that part. Just do this part, Chris.
Okay.
Won't you come over and make love to me? Because I haven't seen you in a little while. I really miss your smile. Oh, whoa, woo. This is this is an adult program. This is
all adults.
Whenever that song came on, I was like, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style. I wouldn't go looking for Miss Melanie when that song came on, boy.
Okay.
Let me tell you. And the thing about it is, because we're a musical household, there were lots of songs that came on and music that was played, but that was our song, right? And so when you asked that question, I was like, man, that was the first one that came to my mind. That Faith Evans song, man.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Okay. All right, Johnny. Johnny, what's the love song of my liege?
Like CT, there's several songs, but the first song that came to my mind is Secret Garden on the Quincy Jones's album that has Barry White, Large, I'll Be Sure, James Ingram. I mean, that song, I mean, it ain't nothing else to say about it. It makes me stutter just thinking about it.
Sorry, and I even think myself. That's a mixtape, John. That was a mixtape back then.
Right. I mean, that's a song. Okay, that's a love song right there. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Okay.
Songs coming in. Look at
I see. We got the My Funny Valentine, the OJs, the Backstabbers. Let's Chill, Usher. You Don't Have to Call, Al Green. Let's Stay Together. Hey. The crazy thing is, like, when I be thinking of like love songs, like in my mind, I don't know, like I be putting the wrong songs in.
Okay, like what?
like I'm thinking of songs like, these are songs that I played when I was in the act. These are not songs that, like, because like the rhythm of it would help like me to, like, you know what I'm saying, keep like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it depends. Like it depends on how I'm trying to, you know, like there be certain songs that you want to get off, like with, you know, certain beats, you know, that you want to be able to rock to. I don't want to tell them myself, because there be like, might be people in the thing that all of a sudden be like, that's why he played that song. I don't even want to tell them myself. Like, it was so weird how it was so rhythmic. Yes, because you practice to certain songs, you know. But Pretty Wings, Maxwell. That's a beautiful.
We didn't even mention Marvin Gaye. Like almost anything by Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be a love song. It could be the Star Spangled Banner by Marvin Gaye, and it's like, okay, it was Marvin Gaye. Let's go.
Who's what was is it Bill Withers with Use Me Up? Like that's like Use Me Up. Yeah, like there's certain songs, like depending on like that feeling, like where you at. Like, you know, I don't listen to Angie Stone, like, you know, Alicia Keys done been one of the songs where I'm like, all right, I have to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, crescendo.
Does this sound like something for you?
Why did he keep referencing Rick James today?
All right, I gotta ask. So, like, backstage, you said that this is you keep correlating me with Rick James. Like, is there yes, my middle name is James, and I can be okay with that. Yes, that's what I'm talking
Classic.
about.
It's getting spicy in the chat now. It's
Yeah, I see him. I see him. All
And
right.
those nice love songs, and that was
I know. Yeah. So, but yes,
there's been some people who've made some amazing music that have been canceled, and I think that there are generations of people who are in existence today.
Yes,
their cuffing wouldn't have been cuffed properly without certain artists.
Yeah, like who? Like who? CT.
You know, there is a one of my favorite colors, Kelly Green, is a color that I really like.
Yeah.
And in the alphabet, one of my favorite letters is R. Right.
Yeah.
And so RST, you know. So
know.
sometimes there are people who have opportunities where they've made some beautiful and amazing songs where if you took the first letter that I just gave, or the letter I gave, R, and then the color I gave, not the last word, but the first, Kelly. That joker.
We're just talking about Robert Kelly.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
chill out.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Listen, we know there's some artists out there that we all have love and enjoy. I mean, look, I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, look, I still listen to it. I still listen to rock with. You know what I'm saying? Just just not out. I just don't turn it on. Like I just don't turn it on 20. I just leave it on like 10 now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you're not about and then only I Believe I Can Fly. I think is the only song you could probably get away. And I wish you could play those out loud. I'm not gonna judge you. The Christmas music, there's certain songs you can play and be like, I ain't gonna judge you. But if you play Half on the Baby,
12 play.
Yeah. But listen, we are being generationally biased right now. And one of the things that I thought about was we found those records at my mother-in-law's house this last weekend, and Mel bought a record player. Yeah. And this weekend, the house was full of that sound, right? That record scratching, playing in background. Yeah. Nothing like it. And we started laughing about the way that these jokers was begging for the love. Oh, 9.5 minutes of begging for the love in these old school, and you understood every word, and there was intentionality around what it is that they were saying and how they were saying it. And again, I'm going to age myself deeply here in that I don't feel like I get that same sense from the music today.
I agree.
Right? So the cuffing seems different. Well, if we're gonna use that terminology, cuffing is different now.
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead, E.
I mean,
there's one album.
Yes, I agree that music back then, the way that you had to approach women was a lot different. The lines that you had to use a lot different. I think women were a little bit different back then too, because they, you had to really kind of. If we thinking about it, all these songs and stuff we talking about, these men had to kind of plead their heart to these women to really kind of ensnare them and make them interested, or they had to be really smooth, right? They had to be really smooth and slick. Barry White was not the most handsome guy in the world, you know what I'm saying? But that man started talking to you, and you hold up there. You're yes, I don't, yeah, is he talking see what I'm saying? There was certain charisma that these guys had to have in order to attract, entice women with these lyrics. And it made more sense because and this is just my opinion. Women required it. Women just required it. You couldn't just come and talk to a woman and be like, yo, show me what you got. Show me what you're working with. You couldn't say that because then you would get slapped or, called a jerk or whatever. But now, we have made it to another place where we have songs called WAP and all this other stuff, and it's just available. So why wouldn't men start talking in the ways that women are acting today? So I don't need to try to come over here and be like, baby, I love you, and baby, I'm gonna provide for you, baby, I'm gonna do this. No, I got whips, I got chains, I can do things. What you trying to do, boo thing? And they like, I'm with it, and you like, I can hit it. And now I'm done. I did it. Game over.
That was a whole bar. Like that entire thing was a bar. Johnny, what do you think? Like,
yeah, I disagree with that one. I
okay.
disagree to some degree. I think it has changed generationally. When I think about an older generation, some of the things that men would do and how they would behave in relationships, women didn't require it. Women were kind of expected to be in their place, but it was just it was different. So I don't think that. But I will say, back to the begging, there is one album that I appreciated when it came out, and that's Bruno Mars' 24 Karat album. I love that album because literally as I was listening to it, I'm like, he's begging for her. He's begging for whoever this woman is because she's so beautiful and he wants to be with her. He's begging all through the album. And it was so classic. It was such a great album. So you're right, CT. I think it is a lot. Well, both of y'all said it, but I do think it's lost in some of the music, just all together. The whole begging aspect of it. But I think Bruno was begging a little bit.
I can feel that. Like what's in my head right now, like put on your red dress.
Woo! You got some Johnny Gill right here. He's definitely a beggar.
And some of that.
I mean, is that
after seven, they beg all the time.
I mean,
and
like,
they have recent albums.
It was music.
I don't disagree. Like in that time, it made sense. Like, you know, we're literally in a place where, you know, when it comes to love, men are looked at like, we don't need you. Like, so like, what are we begging for anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same thing. Like, but again, I understand that intent. You know what I mean? Like, I still prescribe to the old school of doing it because, like, even the lover in me now, like, when I feel some type of way about a woman, I even write music for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I still write. You know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and put together a whole freestyle. Like, just give me a beat, babe, and I'm gonna write about. I'm gonna just freestyle about what you looking like today, and just do that. My bad, Terry. My bad.
Right now.
My bad, Terry.
Wrote me no song.
My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I did an album where I had like 3 songs dedicated to my ex-wife, like where I had made songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I get it though. Like the intent behind the music has changed, the way that people communicate, and I would just say the dating market has changed dramatically. So like, music is with the time, you know. Music is with the time. So, you know. Yeah, so right. Okay. All right. So what's a bad song for Valentine's Day? What's a song that you don't want to hear on Valentine's Day? A good breakup song, a song, because like, listen, y'all, I didn't told my story. You know, I had to break up with somebody on Valentine's Day. I know I told that. Like, it's always dramatic. Like, this is not the best the holidays for those single people who go through things. But what's a song that that when you hear it, you like, if I heard this on Valentine's Day, I probably would be offended. What's up, CT?
So let's just go with artists. Like, let's stay with artists. There are some artists that I guess can transfer from one side to the other, but this particular artist, I think he got canceled too. But the song that hit my head and my heart in this moment was "One Last Cry" by Brian McKnight. Like, when you think about a song you don't want to hear on Valentine's Day, I saw you standing there. Come on, man. This person was weeping. He was singing this song because this is my one last cry. One last cry. Before I leave it all behind, I'm gonna put you out of my mind. This time, for the very last time. Stop. I
don't know, because his voice is so smooth. You probably don't even hear that. You just listen. You just hear his voice. I didn't know he got canceled though.
Okay, honest answer. When I was in college, this girl broke up with me.
Oh,
now I was in the music building and I was playing. Brian McKnight singing "One Last Cry."
Oh wow.
So that's like, you know
So
what?
this is your song. this your breakup song.
That's my breakup song. Like so,
I just think that's just
Okay.
it was that time.
Keisha Cole, I Should Have Cheated, and Confessions by Usher. Yeah, y'all right. Those are good ones. Those
some good breakup songs.
Yeah, we don't want to hear those on Valentine's Day.
Listen, hey, my favorite breakup song is well, I like the original, but I do like the remix by KC from Jodeci. But if you think you're lonely now, and listen, that song is funny, man, to me, because like you just setting it up. Like, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. That whole statement is just so cutthroat. Like, nah, hold up. You're gonna be and the craziest thing is that's really how it works too, right? Like if you go through something that first night, or those moments when you're alone that first night on the breakup or the fight, that first night when they like, oh no, you think I'm gonna stay here and keep dealing with this? No, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to hear that.
You think you lonely because you sitting there that night, like you think you lonely now, like
that right there.
In the middle of the night when them cold feet, when ain't no warmth in that bed. Yeah. Wait until tonight. That's my jam. I be going in.
Woman's fed up. Do you see that, Simone?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Hey, Walk On By by Dionne Warwick. I like that.
All of those are good.
Yeah. Yes.
All of those are good ones.
Yes.
That's trouble. That's messed up. Thank God I have not heard her breakup song in 26 years. I'm just so grateful.
Listen, Johnny, what's your breakup song? What's the one that
I really don't know, but I don't know, y'all. But since my
I know what it is,
Usher, and y'all talked about Usher behind the scenes, as y'all know how much I love him, but almost all his songs is about him cheating, and he done messed up, and like, between Burn and Confessions and all this stuff, like that's all he do is cheat. Yeah.
I mean, I thought you, because like you such a straight shooter, Johnny. I thought you was just gonna say hit the road, Jack. Like, that's what I would think.
You right.
Right there. That's breakup song.
Yeah,
Best ever.
Breaking up.
Hold up. No, not seriously. All right, now, y'all actually know me well enough to know like there's an actual, like, my favorite of all time breakup song
is what?
What?
Is what?
Another one bites the dust. I don't know why, man. That just seems like it's such a riot. Like, if you just look at somebody in the face and be like, "Oh, really? I'm done. Play the song." And just with the Stone Cold, another one. Too. It's so funky, right? And it feel like you can ride to the end. Another one down, another one bites like that. Like you shoving it in their face, like.
That is a good one,
Johnny. I think you might be right though, as I'm thinking more about Usher. That Joker, he was, yeah.
Oh, ain't no sunshine. Okay.
Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart.
Tony Braxton. She whined
please don't go. Okay, now we begging again. We back to begging again.
She be begging.
Hey, look, see, no, we ain't. No, we said breakup songs, y'all, not the big back songs. Like,
I don't know. I think she begging to break. I don't even know. She just be moaning.
Okay, so full cycle. Like you done broke up. Yeah. But you didn't want to break up. One of you didn't, so you got to beg to get them back, and then you break up again. It's the cycle.
And then she crying because we need to break up.
Oh, it just hit me. Maybe because we were talking about. We're talking about cuffing season.
Cuffing.
So what is it? Did I say it wrong?
You good?
Cuff. Thank you. Cuffing season. There are songs that you play in cuffing season so you can cuff.
That's right.
But at the end of cuffing season,
now you get it.
I don't know why it took me so long.
You get it. Now here's the best part. There now we done hit the songs that make you love, and we hit the songs that end the love. Now what about the songs that make you think about reclaiming the love? Because there's always the get back songs, right? Like my favorite song really, and it feels like a get back song, Heavy D and the Boys, You Got Me Thinking You Want Me. Like Like the way he kind of rocking at her, like, yo, you kind of like giving me this vibe, like I'm trying to give you a chance, like what's up, like that kind of like, I don't know if this is real, but I'm gonna keep like Heavy D was always the dude that would like make love very simple. Yeah. So like he had a couple, but I think the remix was the one that really just made you cry and all. They had like rain in the background and piano. It was all sentimental. Got me thinking you want me. Like, oh man. Yeah, man, I think she wants you too, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Y'all got any get back songs?
So I can't think of a song in particular right now, but I'm gonna pull one of CT's moves and just think of an artist, because when you talk about reclaiming, so I'm thinking about me, like I'm that chick. I don't need nobody. So it's like I'm putting on some Mary J. I'm putting on some Lizzo. I'm putting on some Beyonce. Like it's a whole woman empowerment playlist that I just got going on, and like nothing's gonna stop me. Like, what am I doing sitting here crying? Please. I'm out here in these streets. And so I just got a whole list of all of their songs playing in the background. So those three right there, that's it for me. Especially you got to kick it off with Mary J.
Yeah, I was seeing Mary J's
through the breakup.
Yeah.
And then she gonna, come out on the other side, right? So that's right.
Oh,
Mary is I was thinking about John Legend. Like
John Legend.
John will bring you back together.
Yeah.
Give you hope for the future as a culture and in a relationship, right? So because we ordinary people and all the things like that Joker, no, not gonna do it. I'm gonna let it go because John,
we want to hear it.
John has got some music that is just right for all occasions.
Okay.
For all occasions. That's why John came to my mind, right? Okay. So I'm gonna leave it alone for we get in trouble and chocolate drop got to drop off, so I go find Melanie. So let's
okay.
We got
all right. Man,
show ain't over yet.
No, please don't get in trouble. So this is I've loved this because it brings it all the way back to like the fun thing with music that kind of happens. And when we think about some of the lyrics in music, we know that there's these pretty lies and ugly truths. So we're going to jump into our fun segment of our pretty lies and ugly truths. Now, this week, our fun guest
can't pull
the Justin Timberlake Cry Me a River. Oh, no,
Erykah Badu. You better call Ty.
That's classic. That's classic.
That one. I know we got to get to our segment, but man, that one right there.
That's a classic. Yeah. And all Tyrones hate that song. So this week we did pre-record. So this one we're gonna watch. You get to see me and Porsha do this, and then Johnny and CT will chat on the other side of this. So Cam, if you're ready.
Who is Porsha?
AKA P, the wonderful guest host on the segment of Pretty Lies and Ugly Truths, aka P Fields. She does her thing. She keeps it real. Gotta love it. We're looking forward to all of the fun. She'll be live with us next week, so looking forward to it. Cam, when you're ready.
All right. So, you know what? As much as introducing you is always a pleasure, but having you with me, P, is always a joy. What's up, P? How you doing? How you feeling today?
I'm great. How are you, E-Money?
I am pretty good. We're very excited to introduce or bring you into our conversation, because me and you be having a lot of great conversations about family, friends, relationships, and things. And I think between the two of us, we have shared some pretty lies and some ugly truths that we've had to deal with in life. So I'm happy to have you here to add your voice to the podcast. You know, Johnny, my liege, and CT are also excited. So They will be adding additional commentary after, this recorded segment. I know next time we're gonna be live. I know you got to travel because you the boss and things and doing all the things. That's why it's P911 because they're always calling you. I just kind of first want to start out with this segment of asking about. What about Valentine's Day for you? You rock with Valentine's Day? Is that your thing? Valentine's Day, you get all Valentine-y, and did you get the little candies when you was coming up going, I wish I would get somebody to give me the heart ones with the I love you. Were you all into it when you was coming up?
I was all into it. And actually, I'm still really into it. So for the last 2 or 3 Valentines, I have given my dad feedback because he stopped giving me my Reese cup heart. I'm like, where's my candy and my flowers? He assumed, since you got all these options, Porsha, your people giving you candy, but they ain't doing that. So yes, I'm into Valentine's. If you're listening, I'm into Valentine's. I love Reese cups. I love chocolate.
Okay, and you also love feedback because Dad get with the game. I don't care who else is getting it for me. That doesn't change that you're supposed to get it, right?
I am your forever Valentine. That's right, your only daughter.
Okay, well, so do you think that it is? Do you think that your love of Valentine's Day was ingrained in you because of relationship with your dad? He kind of created a positive relationship with you and him in that aesthetic of Valentine's Day, being that he would take care of you and dote on his daughter.
Yeah, I do think he set the bar, right? So my relationship, even with men, is set because of my dad. And I do think that men who maybe weren't used to that growing up, they don't really understand the value that some women place on Valentine's Day. But I'm not like a Valentine's Day fanatic because I know some girls who literally will are scouting to find Valentine's dates. That's not me. If you ain't I'm taking myself out. I'm thinking about going to a wellness retreat. Now Valentine's Day is next Friday, and I technically don't have a date. Technically, I don't have a date, but we're gonna see how this work out. Prayer still works, so we'll see. Lock and change in a week, so we'll see.
I know personally that that's exactly how it goes. You know what I'm saying? One week you're on the low, 1 week you're on the high. Valentine's Day might come, it might not. So I get it. I know how this single life is out here. And then the crazy thing is you could be married and still get passed over. So it's not a guaranteed thing. Valentine's Day is a little subjective for most people. They do celebrate it, or they celebrate it in a soft way, or they use the little catchphrases I do stuff with you all year. You get all of these things that just kind of that's not acceptable.
That don't count. No.
I've hit some people with the we ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Why are you expecting anything for Valentine's Day? So I think there's some truth in that to be why should you get anything for Valentine's Day? So I'm a spin it and I'm asking you, how long do you think somebody should be dealing with you before they should be getting you something for Valentine's Day?
Well, it don't matter if it's 24 hours. I think that if you're dealing with somebody, you should get them a gift. Now, I think that there are 3 different tiers or levels to Valentine's Day gifts, right?
Yeah.
So if you just starting out, we're dating, we're trying to figure it out, we're bonding, we're trying to get to know each other. I think you just need a simple see, smell, taste type of gift. So give me a card. Can I get some flowers? Let me get some candy. That's simple. Now, if you are more of we go together, we're more than just potential that we have between us. And I think you need see, taste, smell, and experience. So all those things I said, but can we go to a concert? Let's go to a comedy show. Can we do a pottery class? Now, if you deep into this, we forever lovers and friends, then all those things plus touch. So give me a designer bag. I need a passport stamp. I need some shoes, right? So if we deep in this thing, if we married, where we going and what we doing? You can't just be giving me the basic cards, flowers, and candy. We way past that. So I do think there's levels to it, but a card, you can go to Dollar Tree and get a 99-cent card. So I don't even want to hear people say, we just met. It only costs $1 to get somebody flowers. Now flowers can be about $10, $20, depending on your. But at least get somebody a card and candy. It's not that much.
All right, I can agree with that. I just want to call out that these cards are not $1 anymore. If you want to get somebody a decent Valentine's Day card, you spending almost $14 for a card because the envelope comes like bedazzled and bejeweled, and it's weighted, and it comes in like specific, like
if it's Hallmark, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on the level of the card, but I agree with you. Like, you dollar store card somebody, you better have some decent chocolates and bonbons and stuff to go with it. But like, if I get you a $14 card for Valentine's Day, ma'am, the card was a part of the gift. I'm gonna need you to recognize the stationery that I put this stuff on. This is important to me. I am so thoughtful that I went to Hallmark and bought your card. I didn't buy it at Target. I bought you the pretty lace little bow thing on there. And like, so I'm just saying, like, I use that as an example to be like, for men, sometimes we think we really doing big things. I went and got this really elaborate card that really looked nice on stuff. And if I'd have handed that to you, you'd be like, okay, now there's nothing in it. I'm like, but that's a $30 card. Like, did you even really look at the card? You didn't even, no, I can't wear the card. I can't smell the card. I can't taste the card. I can't, like, all of the other things. I can't have experiences with the card. I'm like, but I spent $30 on the card. I really was thoughtful. So I agree that there's tiers to it. And depending on where you are, you should be meeting your person's needs. I would say that Valentine's Day for me would be more about paying attention to your person's needs and their wants. And even if I couldn't give you what you wanted, right, I would be able to satisfy or help you in some way with some of those needs, which would make that a lot more important to you. So I think there's a way to do it where, I ain't got to take you on a trip every single time, but if I focus on a need this year, then maybe a trip next year, is that acceptable? Or are we happy?
We could do that, because it could be this is the precursor, because if hopefully her birthday or their birthday is after February, so okay, so my birthday come, I'm gonna get that trip. So you can go ahead and drop the flower petals now, and it leads up to my birthday.
Oh my God! I'm like, so Valentine's Day trip, is that not a little over the top if you ain't married? I'm just saying, like,
I think that's a lot if you're not married or you're not like years in this thing. Like, to be brand new and expect somebody to take you to a 5-star resort and do. I think that's a lot. Like,
too much.
Because then it's gonna be tit for tat, right? So then, like, what you gonna give me if I'm paying out the gate $300, $500, $1,000 to get you flued out somewhere? Oh, what you gonna do for me for the next 5 months? Because I'm keeping tabs.
Yeah, I ain't keeping tabs. If I flew you out for Valentine's Day, let me go ahead and tell you the reason why Valentine's Day is so important, because there was a martyr on this day. Who's being the martyr? Because it ain't my wallet. Okay, so you about to come with something.
What about you? What's guys' take on Valentine's Day? Because I know I always hear that's a Hallmark holiday. I don't celebrate that.
Yeah, we don't care about Valentine's. All right, so for guys, typically, and I can speak from my own experience, not every man is as thoughtful and romantic all the time, right? And not every woman needs that either, right? If we just gonna be realistic, not every woman needs the grandiose. I think Valentine's Day is an opportunity for you to show that you love somebody or care for them a little bit more, but it's just an opportunity. If I do if there's 365 days in a year and I'm showing you love 364 Valentine's Day come up, please do not put Valentine's Day on the pedestal, because I already put you on one. And do not diminish all the stuff I do 364 days just for the one day that is a hallmark or is attributed to some sort of gesture day, because the importance shouldn't be on what I do for you in that day. It should be all of the other days outside of that day for us to appreciate the love we have on that day. So that's the reason why for me, it doesn't make it seem like Valentine's Day. To me, gifts don't matter on Valentine's Day, because love shouldn't cost a thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if I love you and I'm taking care of you and I'm doing all this stuff, to be able to spend time with you and set everything apart, that right there is so beautiful. And time is way more important than any material thing that we can give. So if I have 40 Valentine's Days with you, I probably remember all those Valentine's Day, and I may not remember every gift that I got for every single Valentine's Day.
Now, one of the things I want to, because you touched on a couple of things. You said time, you said gifts, which makes me think about love language. I do think depending on your person's love, if you know the love languages and their love language, I think that's very important when it comes to Valentine's Day, because that lets you know what they value. So some people, you might say, well, we spend time together. No, but I want that gift. What you didn't give me was that gift. And that's, you know, I'm the gift person or I'm the touch person. So I think that's important too to keep in mind, is what is the folks' love language when you're, whoever you're dating, what's their love language?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I agree. You need to consider who you're giving what to and in what way, so it's beneficial. Because I'm telling you, people give me gifts and I'd be like, thank you. Because gifts is not my thing. Like, it's funny because Christmas came and I got a gift for Christmas. I got a bunch of different gifts and stuff. And like the bag sit there for like 3 days. I didn't even, like, I looked in there and saw what it was, but like I wasn't using it or anything. So I didn't really do much with it. And then people kind of like, I've gotten gifts and people like, expect that. And I'd be like, thank you. They're like, dang, you don't even seem that excited. Like, I am excited. I'm excited because I said thank you. Like, but the expectation of all of this, fawning over you and all this stuff because I got a gift, that's not me. But you give me some good quality time and some great conversation, you know, and acts of service. Oh, heck yeah. I'll be buttered up like a roll. Yes, dear, yes. Okay. So just to kind of play on the other side of this. What's the worst Valentine gift you ever got, P? I can tell you mine, but I'll let you go first.
Nothing.
That's exactly
nothing. Like you ain't even say Happy Valentine's Day. Like, did you forgot? How do you forget? Like nothing.
Yeah, that is by far the best and worst Valentine's Day gift you can get from anybody. I was gonna say the same thing because I'm like, that's the worst thing you can do. If you do nothing for somebody, do not hit me up the next day. Do not give me don't give me the after Valentine's Day gift, because we already know who
they on clearance. So the candy is on clearance, the flowers is on clearance.
Well, we know that everybody that gets the stuff the day after was already on clearance. That's right. You gave clearance to somebody to be able to make you wait to the next day. That's called side chick Valentine's Day. But we ain't gonna go all the way there. So I just want to thank you, P, for coming on and having a wonderful conversation about some of the pretty lies and ugly truths of Valentine's Day. I look forward to continue our conversations and everything that I know you're going to bring to this podcast. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. And I hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day.
All right.
Oh, Porsha.
Oh, yeah, P. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that we had so much fun. You should have heard us on camera, off camera. It was amazing. Gotta love P. It was amazing. So Johnny, CT, what do you guys have to add to that from that conversation? I know we touched on a few things, but what did you have to add?
First of all, I love Porsha, okay? And so I just can't wait. I haven't seen her or talked to her in forever. So I can't wait till she joins us for some segments. A couple of things she said that I took notes on. So, okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna be nice with this one. She talked about her dad set the bar. My dad set the bar too. You know, y'all know I love my daddy. So shout out to my dad. Shout out to all the great dads out there. And then that whole tier system that she was talking about, I was like, okay, Porsha, now I'm on here trying to represent for the sisters on here. Y'all, I don't know what she's talking about. Don't believe that, y'all.
Hey, nah, believe that. Hey, I love it. Look at that structure that woman put in there, setting the bar to be like, hold up.
That ain't no setting no bar.
Don't go crazy. Don't be going crazy on these early days. Just really deal with where you at.
All that was doing too much, because it was
sounds like an ugly truth to me.
The experience, the blah blah. Girl, bye. That was too much.
You know what?
That was way too much. That's why I was saying to Porsha.
I love it.
That was doing too much. You just can show somebody by spending some, whatever. I like the love language thing.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I want to say is about the cards. Another thing I did not agree with is that dollar store card. So Terry, that's one thing he did. Even when we were dating, he would get cards. He picks out amazing cards. You can tell that he goes to the store and actually reads them because they fit us. They fit our situation. It's like if he was writing a letter to me. Yeah. Those ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So in your so to your point, E, if you get a really nice, thoughtful car from somebody, you coming off some money. And I personally don't think that is fair that that guys have to come off all this money in order to show that they love you and all that. Well, especially when you married, because it ain't just your money no more. But that's a whole nother topic. But so don't give me no dollar store car. I don't want that. I want a good car. And if that's the only thing you give me, that's cool too, because I keep my cards too. So
Johnny,
they expensive.
Johnny.
Yes.
So let's take it back. So
Yeah.
you're early in the relationship. You get the less expensive card early.
Mhm.
Are you telling a pretty lie to Terry that you love the card?
No.
No.
Are you to Terry specifically? No, because I can tell he picked this card and said this is appropriate for you and our relationship. He picks amazing cards. So if we're talking about him in particular, like for real him, no. He picks amazing cards. Always has.
Hey, listen. There's just something. There's just I gotta go to the. I gotta go to the school of Terry, because when I ever listen, Johnny, I'm gonna say this. The goal in my life and relationship and marriage would be to have a wife that would talk about me the way you talk about Terry. That man is so lucky to know you so well that you be like, no, there is nothing that man can do that it does not show you everything you need to see all the time. Because it seems like he's the hammer and he hits it every single time.
I got a list of things.
I know he messed up. I mean, because we men. But I'm talking
a journal.
No, but I'm talking about the love though, like that love that. So
well, he's the kind of guy who shows it. He doesn't say it all the time. He'd be like, "Yeah, sure, I love you," but he's like, I do. Why are we talking about this? He's that guy.
Yeah.
He shows me all the time. So
what I feel like I heard was, Johnny, you love the pretty truths that you can tell him, but you have a list of ugly truths that you don't.
No, he probably know those too, to be honest. Y'all know me. Y'all know that's one of my downfalls.
Did you not listen? Straight shooter.
That's my downfall. You know,
to a fault.
Get to a fault.
That's why I was like, her breakup song was "Hit the Road Jack" for a reason. She was not playing.
I know. I'm trying to and even when I try to Johnny, just keep your mouth shut this time. It just falls out. I can't help it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great though. Great segment, E.
That was a good segment.
And that was fun. CT, you got anything to add to it?
No, I think the Johnny hit on the highlights of it. The biggest one was when we start talking about love languages, right? And truly understanding that, when you know someone's love language, it makes it easier for there to only be truth, right? And whether the truth is ugly or not, when you are operating and functioning where, whether it's quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, whichever the one might be, when you understand your own, you have a better chance of meeting someone else's. Because oftentimes people will speak a love language that meets their need, not the need of the other. And so it's important that you understand that you tell yourself the pretty truth. I keep switching. I'm leaving lies out on this one. I'm just going with truth, trust, and transparency. I'm just going with truth on this one. Like, the truth is, because it'll set you free. If you understand what your love language is, you actually are more self-regulated, such that you can actually hear and understand what somebody else's is, and then you're more capable of meeting it when it's time. So I appreciate that you brought that up in the conversation. And oh, by the way, like the structure, stop. Like stop. The structure though. I'm at the call. P. I'm at the be like, listen.
Man, hey, y'all leave P alone.
No.
No,
We
hey,
made
y'all,
it.
hey, look,
It's all good. That's our
leave,
girl.
y'all
But
leave
we
P
gotta
alone. No, listen,
I love
y'all, listen, y'all on the other half of this, okay? Y'all both married and all this. Don't me come over here messing with these modern day dating problems. She got to have a plan out here and an organization and structure, because it's
Sounds like
Wild
Ugly
West
Freak
out
to me.
here.
and that's why we can say having that structure for Valentine's Day, ain't it? That ain't gonna be it.
Okay, all right. I mean, what y'all get for Valentine's Day last year?
My confession. We went to Emerald Lagasse's restaurant in Destin.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dinner somewhere.
Yeah.
dinner.
Nice
Y'all
night
went and had dinner. Okay.
But the only problem
I
with
see
going,
you. Nice cap. Nice cap. Nice cap. This
but the
one.
thing about it is going out on those days, it always costs more, like the
Yeah, it
markup,
does.
and
Yeah.
so they've got a preset, menu, and so when you were talking earlier about this idea that I want, what would you want? Go out and spend a whole bunch of money, or me cook for you, right? I do think that there is something real about this particular holiday, that when you put your intention in it and you are with somebody that you really care about,
Yes.
the end product
Yeah.
is really, really life transforming, and
I
it's
agree.
memorable,
I
right?
agree.
But the challenge with the commerciality of it all, if that's the
Mhm.
right word there, is that it trivializes the like real, true, thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like that's what I love about what you talk about with Terry. Like there's something more simple
Yeah.
about what you can present and put into it that I think does give it more life. And now it's not just a holiday, but it is a true expression of
Yeah.
intentional love on a day where someone has said, this is a day we have designated for you to tell
Yes.
someone, to show someone how
Yeah.
much you love them. So it's not that it's
Well said.
like, yeah, every day I love you. But when someone says, here's a specific day, I want you to show and express that love. And then you like, nah, I'm not going to do it, because you're missing the point. And so
Yeah.
sometimes the point is that you fell in line with the thing, not because of the day itself, but because you wanted to, make
Yeah.
sure that you were making an impact on that day.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well said. Well said, CT.
Okay. Well, I mean, with that, guys, I don't. We kicking off. What does CT got anything to say, Johnny? You got gems? I mean, I know we've been.
That was and that was so good.
I know this has been wonderful. I do have one thing that I would like to take some time to do today. That today is a special day. It's not Valentine's Day actually yet. It will be this weekend. But today is my youngest son's birthday. So shout out to Xavier. Happy birthday, son. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. I'll be logging on to Xbox to try and stay up as late as dad can and play the game with y'all. I may just like be on I don't know, like I might just call them and just talk to them while they play and fall asleep, but like not actually play, because like they be playing like games. I'd be like, I don't really feel like playing those games in the middle of the night, like because they like you got to be focused and attentive, and I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep, not like stay up, and y'all trying to stay up, and like I just want to say happy birthday and like spend some time with you digitally or virtually, whatever it is. But happy birthday, son. I know you're doing big things, so
happy birthday.
All right, so is there any final thoughts we want to leave everybody with getting ready for Valentine's Day? All right, hold up. One recommendation for a gift. Johnny, I'm coming to you first. Recommendation, just a general good recommendation for a Valentine's gift.
Card.
There we go. I love it. CT, what you got?
You got to get something to eat.
Food. All right, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Give them the
Valentine.
The winky. Hey! Winky. I'm winking at you. That's why I call it winky. I'm winking at you. Give them the eye. Yes.
Wait until.
Make sure you Jimmy rig yourself for a wonderful winky. Yeah. Make sure you earn those holiday kisses and treats and all those things, and have some fun. So I look forward to this. Now the thing that I'm gonna be my Valentine this year is my car, since you guys know I've been loving on her. She's been loving on me. Thank you, Shori. Thank you, Shori. Thank you for all the love you've been showing me. The first week has been stupendous. I can't wait to take you to get your underside touched up and those pipes. Can't wait to be riding around this summer. I can't wait. Oh, you listen. I feel released. I feel loosed. I feel unhinged. I may do some things this summer. I may be a full
in the streets.
AOC in these streets. You may see me.
It is fly
in these streets
or not.
No, you gonna see me because I'm gonna be out here. I'm out chill.
Wait, y'all, can I mention something that I did?
Go for it.
And I know we only have a few minutes. Speaking of cars, y'all. What happened earlier this week? Gosh, y'all, they got the whole entire neighborhood. They didn't take the cars, but they definitely busted like everybody's car windows on the entire street. Entire street. But you know what's cool about it? The way that the whole neighborhood came together. At some point during the day, we were just out in the street talking. What were we doing? We couldn't do anything for each other. We weren't doing anything, but, we shared information about how to get it fixed and all those kind of things. But we just kind of stood and talked and just was looking like, can you guys believe this? So the neighborhood really came together. But I was like, oh, they got us. And the first thing I did, call Terry, call my dad.
They called insurance.
And then I texted y'all, said they got it.
Hey, she did.
You follow the instructions.
Now the crazy thing is, we went through this kind of together, right? Because I went through mine. It was and then CT asked, what would you do in this instance? And Johnny I don't know. And then it's boom.
Got your chance.
Okay, well, I guess this is what I'm going to do because this is exactly what I thought to do. Oh my gosh!
I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
I know, man. I'm sorry that your whole community had to go through that. I'm putting out a special PSA. If you are somebody that is related to somebody who is into theft and crime, could you do us all a favor and tell them to stop or slow down or call the police on them? You ain't got to be the whole snitch, but you can be a half a snitch. You can do a dry snitch and put their name in the chat. In the comment, and we can tell on them for you. If that's it, I'm just playing. We'll tell on them for you, Lord. I'll tell on them for you in a heartbeat. I ain't got no problem. Okay, I will tell on people. Okay,
I wasn't expecting him to say put it in the chat.
Why'd you put Terry on there? Why'd you? What you mean?
He was getting too many props. To
criminalize Terry just because he's too awesome. I love Terry. You will never see Terry off his. No, Terry's awesome. Okay. All right. But this has been a wonderful time, man. I do want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you do get to spend time with your loved ones and find love in your pursuit of happiness out here in the world. Don't let anything get in your way, and always remember, we'll be here for you on Mondays, here to motivate you. You can follow, subscribe, and find us on all of your major platforms. We're here right now on YouTube Live, but we can be in your place live. If you ask us to come and visit you, we may record there. I can only imagine how Terry would feel. He's awesome. But I want to leave you guys with this message that love is truly the root of what Valentine's Day is about. So please share love, please show love, and please make sure that love is in the center of how you move every day. So with that, we want to say peace, and we love you, and you can just chill until the next episode. Peace. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.